cash and charge. It's mad. I mean, to be honest, if you're gonna snap someone, you might as well.
Wow.
Who's saying you're doing a 45 minute thing?
Yeah, 45 minutes. That's it. There was one time I was shooting and a flag flew running. I had to resist the urge in me. You just.
Just done it. I'd have laughed.
I look mad af.
You are mad af. You're a bit af, fam.
No, I'm not.
Nah, you're af.
That's what you're talking about. That's what you're about today.
My watch about today?
Yeah, pussy. Right.
That's not really nice, is it?
And you've got a hair in your water, so enjoy.
I've got hair in my water?
A hair in your water.
Do I?
So you get fine.
Damn, I'm not gonna drink it then.
Shouldn't have said anything, man.
So you wanted me to drink hair in my water? It's funny, innit? It's funny, innit? I swear, son. Don't touch me. Don't put your head on me.
I'm like, did you enjoy it? Was it fresh?
And then you have told me retrospectively. You're a waste, man.
That's jokes.
And just throw my water here, please.
When are we starting? We starting now?
Are we ready? Yeah, it is. Is this fine?
I don't know.
Who drank my water? It didn't mean I drank it. It was you.
No one touched the water.
Probably my first. Are we rolling?
Yeah.
Oh, that's it then. And we're live! And we're live. Yes, 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 my guy. Big Chief.
Listen, bro.
I'm calm, man. Woo! What a day. I can't believe I finished this water. I thought I had bears left, you know.
Mate, you need to be hydrated. You need to stay hydrated.
You man probably don't know, yeah? This studio is hot, fam. Ah!
And it's not just because we're sitting here, you know.
That one actually banged. I usually hate your jokes. That was a good one. Hey, that was a good one now. I hate the fact that I'm laughing because I'm the voice of reason. You broke me down. I get it. Alright, cool. Oh, man. But yeah, bruv, it's hot, man. It's hot.
I like it though. I'm not complaining. I'm not going to join the bandwagon of people. Oh my god, it's so hot. I hate it.
Nah, but I do agree that UK heat is different. Though.
It's sweet, man.
Nah, it's not.
Okay, it could do with a bit of breeze, but apart from that,
it just like, you know when you go on holiday, yeah, the heat feels like it's coming from the sun.
Yeah.
With here, it feels like from here. Someone put. What kind of?
Just from under.
What powers are you summoning, bro?
Fam. So the heat don't. It's not
the heat feels like, you know when you turn on the radiator and it's just bare hot in the house. Yeah, that's what it feels like in
suffocating heat.
Suffocating.
Trying to breathe, it's just.
Yeah, the heat is just in your neck. It's just in the back of your neck, just flipping out. Oh man.
You know it's hot when they start telling you at train stations, please carry a bottle of water.
If you feel ill, do not use the emergency stop. Wait till the next station. And you're thinking, yeah, it's peak. Have you had any fate on the train before?
No.
Bro, it's peak, you know, you don't know what to do.
Gas hawks. Especially in London where you don't touch people.
Central line.
Hawks. Woman,
line.
wake up.
What are you doing?
It's long. Long. I was trying to... Nah. Sexual assault.
My days. But bro, fam, what's going on in the world? What is going on in the world? First of all, I'm not happy with the way the world is going.
Who is?
I don't
this
think I'm
taxed environment we live in.
First of all, let's give a quick shout out to the man in Lebanon real quick, because this is absolutely mad. Like,
have you seen what they're saying in terms of the conspiracy theorists? That it wasn't just. What's the story? What's the official story? Fireworks, alright?
Yeah, fireworks. Yeah.
Fireworks did that to a building, yeah? Leveled it.
BS.
To its foundation. It wasn't.
Did you see the radius?
Bro,
what they said?
Bomb blast. And they said it was fireworks.
My heart just goes out to them because, like, do you ever feel like there's gonna be rest in the Middle East? Because it just seems like there's just one thing.
I don't think there's ever been rest in the Middle East.
Yeah, it's just like there's just always something. Like, if you guys can see, this is the most ghetto podcast ever. You know, if you guys can see what Joyce is doing behind the camera, She's got Igbale. If you know what Igbale is, I'm going to edit Igbale and put it in the video, yeah? She's got Igbale, which is like African broom, and she's trying to use it to kill fly. She even killed it, now she's taking out. Well done! Woo!
Legend.
This is the first ghetto podcast.
This is the ghetto.
This is...
What, if it was me?
You thought this was me? If we show you the surroundings of this place, bam.
Nah, man.
This is one underground dungeon that we're in.
For real.
2 episodes ago, I was sweating in my grey top. You thought that was a joke. It's hard work, bro. It's hard work. Listen. Well, back to Lebanon, man. Like, my heart. Like, when I see them videos, yeah, I sort of feel bad because it's like, on the one hand, I don't feel like, I feel guilty because I don't care. I feel like I don't care enough. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean you don't care?
No, I do care a lot. Like, my heart goes out to them, and I'm thinking, like, how can I help? Type thing. But I feel like I don't know how to explain what I'm
it's
trying to
not
say.
affecting us personally.
Yeah, I feel guilty that I can't do more.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? I feel guilty that I can't do more because I feel bad that it's happening, but I feel powerless to do anything about it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, something like the Black Lives Matter movement, I can actively affect change.
Yeah.
I can do stuff to contribute to the movement. But with like, am I going to travel to Lebanon to go and help them rebuild? I don't know what to do.
There probably is things that we can do in regards to like already established.
Well, like signing petitions and stuff like that.
There are probably agencies that are already on the ground there prior to the bomb blast that have already started putting things in place to try and rectify the social ills that plague the country. So it's just about doing the research to find out. The same way we had to do the research to find black-owned businesses, find alternatives to the products that we usually buy on Amazon or just conveniently. We just need to do the same thing for them. So I guess
finding ways to like help and like contribute to the movement.
Definitely.
What do you think about all this stuff?
I think it comes back to what the Bible says, to be fair. Like in the last days there will be diverse earthquakes, rumors of wars, pestilences. Have you seen the locusts?
Bro, I just thought 2020's been mad. There was locusts that has been locusts. I think somewhere, I forgot the country in Africa.
Yeah, just droves. Like clouds of locusts, just like Egyptian plague locusts coming around.
Biblical.
So everything is just happening now. Like if you don't want to believe, you will listen when?
You are dead.
That is it.
That's
so I'm not, as sad as it is to see, it's what the Bible says is going to happen, so I'm not surprised. I'm still obviously heartbroken that this is the time that we live in. And imagine if I had, by the grace of God, I have children, this is the world I'm bringing them into. So like, it's unfortunate that they're not going to have maybe the peaceful, so to speak, environment that we grew up in. 90s baby. Shout out 90s baby, yeah. So yeah, so it's just sad in that regard, but apart from that, like you said, you're hopeless to do anything about it. What am I going to do about the global pandemic?
I don't even need to, I feel like there's so many wrong things happening, I don't even have enough emotional energy to be able to divert into so many different things.
That's it. You're getting pulled from all sides.
Literally, like this year has been...
Black Lives Matter, Yemen.
Yemen.
The fires.
Yeah.
COVID.
Yemen was just flipping yesterday, bruv.
And we don't know what's coming in September.
I'm even hearing about the, have you heard what's happening in Turkey?
No.
Just the women in Turkey, bro, just rape. You want to speak on
Turkey?
Yeah, that's why the girls were put in, like, doing the challenge accepted.
Well, black and white?
Yeah, because it symbolizes when they wake up and they just see like a picture of a girl black and white. That means they're missing and most likely dead, because they get killed like anything, and then they can tell the people or police or whatever that, oh, it's just like corrective thing, or the person was outside at the wrong time, so
what does that mean?
They deserve to die or something like that.
Deserve to die?
Well,
women are getting chopped, fam.
What, by the government?
Different people, you see them in suitcases, stuff like that.
Fam, they're getting chopped. They'll get like raped, sexually assaulted, they'll get killed, get kidnapped, bro. Madness is happening, and that's what I'm saying. Is like the way the world is just crazy, bro. Just absolutely crazy, and it's like
cases.
Fam, it's mad. Let's even leave Turkey for a quick sec. Zimbabwe.
What's happening in Zimbabwe? You see, so I don't even like social media, bro.
Zimbabwe, fam, is on and popping in Zimbabwe. So the current, from what I know, and I still need to do a bit more reading into it. From what I know, the current government are trying to do some reforms or whatever. They're trying to pass a legislation in a way that it would keep them in power for a long time.
Oh no.
Well, no elections.
I don't know the nitty gritty of it, but they're trying to like restructure the government in a way where like they will have. There's like two different parties. I forgot the name, but the current party that's in there now, that took over. Like obviously Mugabe was there for time. They're trying to do a thing where like they'll be in power for time, and then people are not liking that. People are protesting. The healthcare service has gone down the drain in Zimbabwe. People are getting beat. People who are protesting are getting beaten up, jailed. People are dying. Bro, it's just peak. Doctors aren't getting paid. Just so many different things are just going wrong in that country. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm just thinking like, raw, like, when is this going? Is this literally the sign of the end time? It's actually mad, you know. Actually very, very mad. Like, so many different injustices in the world. And this is what I was telling you in terms of like, with the Lebanon thing, I don't feel like I care enough. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so many madnesses are happening. Like, I don't even know, like, I don't feel like I care. Like, what's happening there is mad. What's happening in the Middle East, yeah, is crazy. But I just feel like I care enough. Like, I want to, but I'm hearing Lebanon, I'm hearing Turkey, I'm hearing Zimbabwe, and still, black people are still getting killed. Black people are still getting killed. So where do we even go from here? Where do we even go from here?
Bro, just dive into the Bible and just honestly, because I don't know where else to get solutions from. It's actually, and this sounds selfish, but it's emotionally draining. Just being bombarded with terrible, terrible news, just one thing after the other. And that sounds selfish, that sounds inconsiderate, insensitive maybe, but this is fact of the matter. And it's the same thing with the Black Lives Matter movement. At some degree, at some point I had to just come off social media.
I hear you.
When you're bombarded with negativity, even though it's real life and it's facts, it's still difficult to consistently hear. Like, it's just gonna...
It takes a toll on you.
Yes. Yes.
It takes a toll on you. And that's why I believe in like
pace yourself, man.
Pace yourself and like sharing good energy, bruv. It's so key, it's so important, because you keep feeding yourself. I remember when we made a distinction of like timeline and feed.
Yeah.
Like what you see in your timeline is actually feeding you. Like if you keep feeding yourself with certain types of information that's negative, it's gonna take a toll and affect you in the real world.
Definitely.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So what you take in mentally, what you take into your psyche, definitely will have an effect on you, like in your day-to-day life.
It's what you said. It's like it's a diet for your mind. You need to be conscious of what it is that you feed your mind. The same way you wouldn't eat chocolate 24s. You need to verify it.
Fam, diabetes will Jedi.
So also, should you not consistently hear negative news in the aim of informing yourself or educating yourself, because it will just distort your sense of reality. So all you'll see in the world is negativity. You won't be able to see the positives anymore, even if you're surrounded by it. Just based on the fact that your diet, your mental diet consists of hearing terrible news, one thing after the other. So like you said, share positivity, share like good vibes. If a testimony, I'm an uncle now.
Tell them the testimony.
I'm an uncle now.
Share the testimony. Yeah. I know the testimony.
I'm not sure if I can share the whole thing yet, but basically, like, I'm an uncle by the grace of God.
Listen,
man is an uncle.
If you guys know the story,
when it's complete, I'll share it.
Complete.
But a lot of the devil tried, fam. Like a lot of things happen, but God knows. The nurses and doctors, they're so confused.
Baffed.
I went there yesterday. Yeah. They're like, oh, we don't know how she did it, but like she did it. She came out the other side. It's looking really bad. She did it.
Wasn't looking promising, but she bloody did it. She did.
Nah, it's Jesus, man. I was telling her, listen, like, because what they were saying. That's one thing else. Yeah, I'll say on this pod, and I want everyone that sees this to hear this. Yeah, what the doctor says to you is not final. It is.
Ooh, what?
Listen.
Repeat it. Reload it. Right. Reload it.
there's a thing in the Bible that goes, whose report will you believe? Innit? Like, there's what people say and there's what God says.
100.
What the doctors were saying, she's not going to make it. It is a zip. They said no one comes back from this. Is what they said. They said even if she does, she'll be in like a vegetative state, consistently on machines.
Whoa.
What?
You're not just gonna just blow grammar like that and reload it. She's gonna be in a what?
Vegetative state.
Wow. Spinach.
Bro, nah, so like vegetable, like her brain wouldn't be working. She'd just be living but not living, kind of thing. But she's here, she's talking, she's laughing, she's doing everything that a mother would do. So God is just awesome. So don't take what the doctors say as gospel. Like, hold on to your faith, hold on to your optimism, hold on to what you believe and what you want to happen, and just speak it into existence.
Nah, it's true what you're saying. Because you know what's so funny here? When you were sharing your testimony, yeah, you even hit home for me because I had a similar one in my family as well. One of my aunties, my dad's sister, she had the same thing as well, bruv. She's similar. So she can have kids with time, innit? And it's like, you know, lucky for her, like she's quite rich, her and her husband quite rich. So they tried multiple. And fam, the whole shebang.
And do you know how much it costs?
Bro, apparently it's like 10k a treatment.
Per try, yes, 10k per try. Man. Not guaranteed. Just for us to say, let's even just give it a go. 10 bags.
It's mental, but they did it a couple times and it's like, it got to the point where she was even thinking, listen,
yes, adopt.
This is looking long.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, first one, boy. Got pregnant again, twin girls.
Twins!
Twin girls, bro. Twin girls, I'm telling you.
This kind God.
Listen, I'm telling you. So when you were saying like doctors, nurses, and like medical professionals, their word isn't necessarily final. They're coming from a position of their understanding,
exactly,
and what they've seen,
which is fair.
You can't say something's gonna happen if you've never seen it happen before, because something like medicine is science in it, and science is very factual based. There has to be evidence, you know. But when you're dealing with a God who doesn't need evidence,
doesn't
you're dealing with a God of one of a kind.
That's it.
Bespoke miracle. Have you heard of bespoke miracle, fam?
Tailored for you. Your measurements. It's for you. No one else.
This miracle is entirely too long.
Nah. Listen,
oh my days.
2020. Despite everything that's happening, miracles are still happening.
You know what? That's even why I like the fact that we went on this tangent, you know, because we sort of started off the pod on like
very depressive,
but it's like, fam, good things are still happening, bro.
Good things are still happening.
Good things are still happening. People are still getting promotions. You know, people are still having babies. People are getting married. Oh, boy got engaged. Shout out Abba. Abba got engaged. Don't know my bro. My effing bro, Abba got engaged.
Did it so neatly.
Oh, he did it with ultimate finesse.
Man.
Oh, this is literally when. That's when you have to do mwah. Oh, excellent finish, Mo Salah.
That's an excellent finish.
Mo Salah, bro.
You patterned it.
Patterned, did it? Silent.
Yeah.
Yeah, the picture went viral as well.
Viral.
All the hashtags on the Explore page, it was there.
That's it.
Yeah, shout out my boy Abba, man. Listen, I can't wait to chop jollof.
We will dance.
Even if you want to do cheap and do Zoom wedding, I'm coming to your house. You live near me, bruv. I know your house.
Yes, I'm coming.
Nah, but flipping, moving on. There's something on my chest.
What's on your chest, bro?
There's something on my
chest.
Lift
it, my guy. Lift it.
Lift up your voices now and sing it unto God. Wiley, can we talk about Wiley?
My guy Wiley?
Let's talk about Wiley. Wiley and his rants, which were deemed
not everyone knows who Wiley is. Who's Wiley?
You know what? Not everyone knows who Wiley is. You're right. Let me. Who is Wiley?
Who is Wiley?
Who is this Wiley?
What is a Wiley?
What is a Wiley? What is a Willie? So let me give you just a quick snippet on Wiley. Who is Wiley? Wiley, birth name Richard.
God, man.
Out government is out there. Public knowledge.
Richard.
Dick.
Guy.
That's the short form for Richard.
Guy.
It's the short form for
I
Richard.
know, but come on, man.
It's the
The short. Oh.
I don't
Richard.
Richard Dick. I don't know. It's just like Robert is Bob. I don't.
But you can
Okay,
see it though.
Rob.
Rob, Bob. Makes sense.
Why don't you just call them Rob?
True.
Where did the B come from? Second B.
B for Bobby or something.
Bobby, innit? Robbie,
Man,
Bobby.
English.
English. They don't even have. They don't.
The Anglais. The Anglais. But yeah, Richard Kiley. Richard Kiley Cowie. Junior. He's even a junior. MBE, so you better put some respect on his name.
Put some respect on my man's name.
Member of the British Empire. You didn't know that's what that meant, did you?
I didn't.
Of course you didn't.
Didn't know that.
I wanted him to lie.
No,
I was trying to catch him. I wanted you to lie.
I wanted.
I
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
The MBE, he got his MBE I think like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Better known by his stage name Wiley. And in his early career, Wiley Cat. He's a 41-year-old British grime MC,
Uncle.
rapper, songwriter, DJ, and record producer from Bow in East London.
Wow.
He's considered a key figure in the creation of grime music and often labeled the godfather of grime.
Okay.
In the early 2000s, he independently released a series of highly influential Esky beats, instrumentals on white label vinyls, such as the first in the series, Eskimo. And then it goes on to talk about how he was in Roll Deep with Dizzy Rascal.
Yeah.
This guy has had 13 albums.
Wiley.
Wiley is not a joke, man, in this thing.
13.
13 studio albums, man. He had 13 albums.
That's mad. Has Kanye even had 13 albums?
I don't think so.
13.
Had 13. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Let's see.
But yeah, so that's who Wiley is. Now, Wiley, Godfather of grime, a lot of people look up to him. But Wiley's a bit of a loose cannon at times.
A bit. Mate.
Okay, Wiley's a big loose cannon at
Man
times.
shoots from the hip. No.
Ready?
Bro,
Draw!
Anyone can get it. Who am I feeling like today? He's getting it. Wiley does not.
Wiley's a bit of a loose cannon. And yeah, so he goes on these runs where, personally, I'm a fan of Wiley's in it, but he antagonizes people. That's what it is. I don't know whether for jokes or whether he's being serious, but
Publicity, maybe.
publicity, whatever it is, he antagonizes people. He's had like Twitter rants or Twitter battles or what do they call them when you go back and forth on Twitter? Is it Twitter battles or Twitter?
Yeah, Twitter wars.
Twitter wars with
Several people.
Stormzy. He said some things about Maya Jama on social media. Drake, he went at Drake.
What about Drake?
He went at Drake. When I tell you, Wiley does not give a, he doesn't give a care. He don't
It's
give
like
a
a
damn.
tilapia biting a shark. just nibbling.
He doesn't. He doesn't give a care, fam. He goes at anyone. I think he even had a little thing with Gigs, JK, went at loads of people. But I think he's done it this time.
Oh yeah.
Anti-Semitism
Man said, you know what, I'm gonna shoot for the big leagues.
for the big leagues. Now, when let's define anti-Semitism, for instance. Anti-Semitism is defined as hostility to or prejudice against Jews.
Clear, concise,
Straightforward.
straight to the point.
Yeah. Now, let's dive into a bit of some of the tweets. Yeah. I'm just gonna read out because he really went for it. Wiley did.
Wasn't shy.
He was not shy.
Went straight.
Now, some of these tweets, I don't think they were anti-Semitic. Some were, but I don't feel like they were all anti-Semitic. In one of his tweets, he goes, "In prison, Jewish people get looked after differently to everyone else, and hospitals and police stations." He also tweeted again, Jewish will do anything to ruin a black man's life, but it won't work with me. I'm a savage. I personally believe that's one of the anti-Semitic ones. That's a generalization.
That's a mad generalization.
When I war with the Jewish community, I do not lose. Trust me.
Okay.
Ask John Wolfe. He also tweeted, Jewish people, you think you're too important.
Hey.
I am sick of you.
Hey.
Some of Wiley's tweets. There's more.
It's hard to defend.
Hard, difficult, but we'll get to that in a second.
Oh, that's so bad.
Hold on. Oh, there's more.
I said I never lose.
He goes, another tweet was, in fact, there are two sets of people who nobody has really wanted to challenge. Hashtag Jewish and hashtag KKK. But being in business for 20 years, you start to understand why. Bro, there's more.
That's not the worst.
Oh, there's more. There's more. If you work for a company owned by two Jewish men and you challenge the Jewish community in any way, of course you will get fired. And then he goes on to talk about, there's more. He went for it, mate. Absolutely went for it. Jewish, yeah? Question mark. Don't you mean Eastern European or Lithuanian or something else? Because Israel is a black people's place. My G, there's more.
Nah, I think we've heard enough.
Nah, there's more, bro. We have to dissect this thing well, fam. Israel is not yours. Can you hear me? All in capital letters. So he shout, Israel's not yours. You don't own it. Yeah? It's not yours. Then he goes, Jewish people are racist.
Okay.
They hide.
All of them.
That was another tweet. Then after that, he just tweets cowards. LOL.
He must have been high.
Bruv, like you can't, I'm laughing because you can't make this up. He just tweets cowards. LOL. And I'm guessing, obviously, referencing to the Jews. Then he goes, black people don't call the police, but Jewish cowards do. When Wiley speaks his mind, F you. Then the last tweet that I saw that he tweeted is it anti-Semitic to say Jewish people have power?
No, I don't think so.
Did you see his tweets when he was tweeting online? This is the first time you're okay, cool. Well, you probably just saw snippets online and stuff.
I just saw reactions to the tweets. I didn't see the actual tweets.
Having heard the plethora.
I see what you did there.
You see what I did there?
Yeah.
I that's why I paused. When you go, I address it. I'm like, oh, when you did the vegetative.
Vegetative.
Yeah, I know. Cause that's why I paused after the plethora. I was like, are you not gonna?
Meaning several. Yeah.
I didn't let you. I waited for you before you.
No, I see.
You see me? Thank you.
I'm not leaving you. I'm not leaving you.
Bluetooth. But yeah, when you hear the plethora of tweets and how he addresses Jewish people, like what is the first thing that comes to mind? Like what's your knee-jerk reaction to all of this?
Confused.
Why are you confused?
No, he's confused.
He's confused. Why do you think he's confused?
Because there's no. What's the objective in the narrative that he's spewing? What is the aim? What has happened to you? What have you seen? What is it that is that you're aiming to achieve by what you're saying? Kind of thing. If it's to draw attention, okay, draw attention to what? You said that Jewish people are racist. Based on what? He said that if you are working for a company and you challenge authority, then you'll get fired. But that could happen in any company or by any people.
So with Wiley, to my knowledge, I think he even said that he because his manager is Jewish.
Okay.
And John Wolf. And in the wake of his tweets, he came out and he addressed it and he was like, I think apparently they fired him or he stopped. He's no longer his manager. Obviously, he's dropped him, and he was basically saying there's no room for anti-Semitism, etc. But I feel like Wiley's tweets were more directed towards the music industry.
But that's not what he said, though, is it?
That isn't what he said. But that's what I'm saying. I already said he's a bit of a loose cannon. Like he isn't the most articulate, and I'm not making excuses for him.
That's kind of mad.
Like
I'm a rapper, not to be articulate.
Fam, a lot of rappers, you don't have to be articulate to be a rapper. What are you talking about?
But your job requires use of words to convey a message, right?
No.
A lie?
It doesn't have to be your words.
What?
Fam, ghostwriters. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but go mad. What ghostwriters? What do you mean ghostwriters?
I'm not saying Wiley doesn't write his own bars. I'm just saying that because he's a rapper doesn't necessarily mean he has to be like eloquent.
Yeah, okay, cool.
But in saying that, I feel like he's more addressing like the music industry, and obviously we do know there is there's nepotism, there's corruption within the music industry.
Misogyny.
The people who are seen to be gatekeepers of music, especially as it pertains to black culture, the hip hops, the R&Bs and grinds and stuff, tends to be white people. Now,
the owners of the big labels.
The owners of the big labels and stuff like that.
Warner. all
So
them
they're chopping big, whereas the artists, they're chopping but
peanuts.
it pales in comparison. I'm saying, and this is something that comes from our culture. So Wiley's probably speaking from that passion in terms of like, raw, we're getting fucked out here. Like, raw, these white people are chopping peas from something that's from our culture. We should be the ones that, etc., etc., etc. So I could kind of see what he's trying to say. Delivery is awful, shocking. Just as
Shoddy,
very shoddy. Oh man, terrible. I personally don't agree with some of the remarks he made. In terms of some of them were in fact, I don't think all these tweets were anti-Semitic.
but some of them were just straight.
Yeah, some of them were just straight anti-Semitic. Because a lot of people were like, oh, everything he said was anti-Semitic. It's like, no. Because if you come with that attitude, the problem with that is you make Jewish people untouchable.
Yeah.
Now we can't, something like this, we can't even do it now. Because it's like, oh, we need to watch what we say, oh, Jews, and you know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, cool, I'm against anti-Semitism or any form of prejudice or, you know, stereotyping, discrimination whatsoever. But it's like, I feel like you should still hold people accountable. You know what I'm saying? If a group of people are doing something that's wrong, you're doing something wrong, bruv.
That's literally it. I think that's what he should have done, because he's referring, if he's saying what you're saying, then he's referring to the group of people that, or the conglomerates that own the music industry. And then he should have directed them. Simple. If those people all happen to be Jews, then it's still a select niche of people in a particular category. Then speak to that demographic. Don't then generalize. But then he came out and apologized. That's what I did see. I did see they apologized.
So they apologized
for the generalization, but he still stands by his words. Maybe it's a ploy. Maybe he knew speaking out of turn like that, speaking recklessly, would have garnered the attention that he needed to then speak about what the real issue is, which is maybe with John Wolf or his label, or the people that are at the top of these big record labels and so on and so forth. So maybe it's a play, we don't know. What I do know is the backlash he received, I haven't seen before. I haven't seen anyone get ripped from their place so fast and with such aggression.
His fall from grace was astronomical.
This guy did not fall, he plummeted.
That's a good word, I like
this guy, stripped him of everything. Everything. Demonetized his social media, off YouTube, ain't got no page no more. This guy is, if he doesn't have any holdings, he's pissed.
Fam, what's crazy is, okay, we've addressed what he said. We've addressed how we feel about what he said. What he said was wrong, especially in the way he delivered it, the generalization, etc. But moving on from that, like kind of like you said, the way it's been, like people have reacted to it, I feel like it's so, mate. Mate, in a world where Katie Hopkins is living and she's breathing
casually, rich comfortably, in fact.
I don't know if she's comfortable.
No,
she had to sell her house for,
swear,
for legal battles, apparently.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
But it's so crazy because, cool, he said what he said, he apologized. Yeah, he apologized. And again, we were even talking about this. Let's talk, this sort of ties in a bit with like cancel culture and stuff, is that cancel culture does not permit forgiveness. It doesn't permit forgiveness at all. It's like, cool, you've made a mistake.
Kill him. Straight.
Take him to the stake and burn him.
Ruin him.
And it's like, cool, what you're doing is not providing room for grace and growth. Do you know what I'm saying? There are people, take for example, Kevin Hart. He said some things that were homophobic. Now, he's the biggest LGBT ally you find. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, people grow. Check your tweets from 5 years ago and
Instead of madness.
See how they paint. You've probably said some dumb stuff.
Very stupid.
You said some dumb. Just go search up your tweets, and you can see the evolution in your maturity and your growth, and how far you've come, and your mentality exactly. So for you to not afford another person that luxury that you have of growth, I think is personally it's wrong. Very, and even if you come from a religious perspective as well, it's like
It's hypocritical.
it's very hypocritical. You can't call yourself a Christian and agree fully with cancel culture.
Or even a moral person, you know? Just
yeah.
Like, what was that verse that you mentioned earlier?
Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. The Lord's Prayer.
Your forgiveness is predicated on your ability to
forgive others.
else.
You better preach.
Come on, man.
You better tell them.
It's true.
Fam, it's so true.
Like, and when we had the live, Aisha mentioned this, a friend of ours, Aisha, she said that a person that should be cancelled is a person that is not showing the willingness to change or showing any sort of remorse towards that mistake that they've made. Like, if a person is unrepentant, consistently doing the same thing over and over again, for example, to Katie Hopkins and like the Tommy Robinsons of the world, cancel them, demonetize them. They're not, those that will not hear will feel, they must feel. But when someone like Kevin Hart, Wiley came out and apologized, let them continue that journey of rehabilitation to then become normal, become like a more understanding version of themselves, because there's a reason why they feel the way they feel. Be it founded or unfounded, they do feel the way they feel. And there's a lot of things that I feel maybe that aren't necessarily right or you don't agree with. Educate me. Like, I'm willing to learn. Everyone, I think most people to a large extent are willing to learn, especially if they realise the extent to which what they've said is harming someone else.
100%.
But like, cancel culture doesn't really provide room for that.
Doesn't.
It's just, oh, you said that, you must be punished.
Get one strike and you're out.
Nah.
And life is not like that. And even if you think about it, it's a very arrogant position to take.
Thank you.
Very,
it seems like you're meeting our judgment.
Assuming a moral high ground that you don't deserve to be on. It's a very, because okay, deep it, yeah, and cool. Just come from a Christian standpoint for a quick second, yeah. God, as big as God is, looked at humans and was like, you know what, you guys are fallible. You man are gonna F up. Obviously, God didn't swear because he's God in that. Well, he could if he wanted to. But
shut up, man.
Sorry. But he's looking at us and he's like, you man are gonna just mess up in it. You're gonna sin. You're gonna piss me off, really.
You wouldn't say that either.
He might not say that, but he's God though. Who are we to tell God what he will or won't say? Who used to say God won't say that? How do you know God won't say that? Anyway, so yeah, God's looking at us and he's like, cool, you guys, you're fallible, right? So I'm going to make provision for you in the form of Jesus Christ to come die for your sin, to afford you salvation, that should you F up, you can always tap into this thing and be whole again, be made right again. So even if God Almighty understands that as humans, we are susceptible to mistakes, and he's made provisions for us to right our wrongs, who are we as humans to not afford one another that same luxury?
Another thing, God doesn't see it fit to judge us until the end of our lives. How much more us?
It's the maddest thing. At least let it play out. It's the maddest thing. Bruv, it's just the maddest thing. Especially if someone is repentant and remorseful.
That's my point. That's what I'm standing
like, and what's so crazy, when he tweeted those tweets, yeah, within I think 48 hours, police were at his yard.
Police?
They were at his yard.
Police?
Police were at his yard.
For what?
Because something about inciting racial violence and something like that. Apparently, he could
piss off.
He could get taken away for that, you know, especially when it's got to do with like anti-Semitism and stuff. It's
Tommy.
I was reading
Tommy Robinson went on Facebook Live or Insta Live and said, "Come to all you Black Lives Matter protesters. Come to London. I'm gonna bring my boys. We're coming." Where were the police? What they swearing at the police? Did you see the vids? They were inciting police. They were pushing the police. Privilege.
What's good for the goose has to be good for the gander.
Wiley said tweets and they wanted to arrest him. Trump is saying when the shooting starts. Where's the police? I'm flabbergasted.
Demonetized, all of these. I feel like the next
police!
Fam! Police were at his yard, yeah.
No, what's the charge gonna be?
There's charges. That's what I'm saying. Inciting racial violence. There's like one charge
on Twitter.
Yeah, on Twitter, yeah. But what's even crazy is, and to a certain extent, even people that are supporting Wiley saying, "Oh yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying." They're manipulating that and saying, "Cool, these are the people that you're inciting." But the people that agree with Wiley aren't going to go out and harm Jews. Do you know what I'm saying? So in a way, supporting Wiley right now in terms of like that could sort of do more damage than good, in a way. But my take on the whole Wiley thing is, I feel like, yeah, cool. Even if he is gonna get banned, yeah, even if temporary banning, not indefinite, because I feel like that's not fair. But I do also understand they're making a scapegoat out of him. So
100%.
That's literally what it is.
And this same energy is not.
It's not applied across the board.
It's not extended to us. Like
what?
Katie Hopkins should have been in prison for life.
Have you seen the Shamima Begum thing? I'll put the video here.
Echoes. My name is Shamima Begum, and I'm coming home. I'm coming home.
Of Katie Hopkins, she's got a hijab on her head, and she's saying, something about I'm Shamima Begum and I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Like bruv. It's madness. Absolute madness. But
where's the energy? Where is the energy?
It's crazy.
This is the world we live in. This is the world we live in. So, just as a summary, yeah, the world, happenings in the world at the moment, things that we can't control are overwhelming if you just remain fixated on them. But shift your perspective from these negative happenings to the positives in your lives. Try and focus on that, fixate on those things, and disseminate that positivity to everyone around you.
Word.
Just so that we can enjoy the time that we have on this planet.
Word.
That's one thing. In regards to people that have fallen short of like their best selves, let's not be quick to cut people down. Let's try as much as possible to lift those up and educate and edify, rather than just deem people or like push them aside as crazy or mentally ill, or all the mean words I've seen being thrown towards Wiley, because we don't know what it was that made him say the things that he did. Try and get some understanding, try and get some empathy.
Not justifying it, because some of the things he said were absolutely wrong.
Not justifying, but if someone demonstrates remorse for a mistake made, extend grace to that person.
Extend grace,
forgive, kind of thing.
And I even feel, even touching up on that as well, for me, with my standpoint, I agree with everything you said, but with my standpoint, I'm more on a vibe of, listen, yeah, if exceptions have been made for the Tommy Robinsons of the world, the Katie Hopkins of the world, and there's even been some politicians that have spewed anti-Semitic rhetorics, and they've been afforded grace. F what my bro done, that's my jigger, yeah? Wiley, I'm backing him. Just solely on the basis, I'm not backing the anti-Semitism part, but I'm backing him in terms of I don't feel like this guy should be cancelled. I don't feel like.
He's apologised.
I don't like he should be cancelled.
What else do you want from him? Do you want to cut an arm off? Do you know what I'm saying? He's said
sorry. A pound of flesh, man. People are not happy to not get a pound of flesh, and I don't know what that does for you. Like, okay, cool. Let's even say you cancel him. What does that do? You know what I'm saying? Strip him of his MBE.
What does that do? Like, I'm not gonna lie.
He doesn't even care.
I'm trying to say, even the people we mentioned, the so-called racists we mentioned, if they apologise today, I'd still be irritated at them, 110%, for the years and years and years of what they've done. But if from today, henceforth, they never spewed another racial slur, I can forgive it.
I'd forgive. I wouldn't forget.
I wouldn't forget,
but I'd forgive. I'd forgive.
I let it go.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't hold them to their past, because I can see that they're putting things in place to be better people.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's all you can expect from anybody.
That's it.
Not flipping, burn their house down. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
It's true.
I hope you take that away from this.
The Wiley thing, we could talk about that for time, but you know, it's just one of those things. But even before we get going,
I'm sure the business one.
now let's do One's Gotta Go.
One's Gotta Go, people! So that's the game that we play on the pod.
Yeah, tell them.
So Mike's gonna name 4 categories.
No,
four things in a category.
Let me do it. No, finish that.
4 different things.
Let me do it. So the game is One's Gotta Go. OT, fuck off. Just fumbling the whole thing, bro. The poorest introduction ever. Like I said, the 4 category.
I'm tired.
Listen, One's Gotta Go. It's a game we play on the podcast. I mentioned 4 things, a list of 4 things. We go through the list. We'd say 3 that we're gonna keep and 1 we can do without. We're gonna let go. So One's Gotta Go. Cool. We're doing sports.
Sport.
Yeah, we're doing sports.
A lot of sport.
Yeah. Cool. Basketball. Tennis. Football.
Safe.
Safe.
Safe. Safe. Safe. Safe. Safe like a baby. Safe.
Let me finish the list, bro.
Safe.
Let me finish the list.
My baby. Football.
Football.
Football. Soccer. Can't play with that. I said basketball, tennis. Football.
Football. No, basketball, tennis, football, athletics. In terms of, and we're judging
It's
it.
watching or participating in.
Ooh.
Because that's key.
Both.
Okay.
So which is your first? That's
Football
safe.
safe.
Safe?
Safe.
You want to comment on that, or is it just safe?
Safe.
It's just safe. Right, cool. Alright, cool.
That's my bread and butter.
For me, I'd say basketball safe for me. Basketball for me is safe. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a big NBA fan. Big NBA fan, big LeBron fan. I'm the type, I stay up, obviously because they play in America, and I'm the type to stay up in the middle of the night to watch NBA playoffs, NBA finals. It's me, bruv. The man them know NBA is my stuffs. Me and NBA, we're like this, like this, together like this. So for me, first off the board, basketball, NBA off the board. Yours is football.
Yeah.
What's your second off the board?
Athletics, man.
Athletics. What, watching them participate?
I love it, bro.
Oh, mate.
Olympics, you don't care about this, bro. 100 meters.
Begin to run. Come on. It's no time.
I haven't like the 800 meters. That's the one I was stand for. Anything other than that, I can't be asked. But anything like
1500 is not that bad, you know, because it's
the
only
last few laps, maybe. I ain't watching.
It's only like
It's 8.
It's 8 laps.
8. It's 400. No, it's 8 and a bit. It's not exactly 8.
Because 400 is 1 lap.
Yeah.
800 is 2 laps. So it's about 3 and a bit-ish, nearly 4 laps.
Oh, I'm thinking about cross country.
Yeah, even cross country. Yeah.
When they wanted to kill us in secondary school.
Cross
They
country.
told us to be running.
I was majestically 17th place all the time.
17th.
17th place.
That's not bad, you know.
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
Is it?
Well, I have how many people? Say your class is 30 people, then I'll take my chop back.
It's 22.
Yeah, you're right, disgusting. Don't ever touch me again. 17 out of 22.
I was gradually at the back. I hated cross. The thing is, I could do it though. Like, my stamp is decent. Like, I could run, but I just hate. Because you know what it is? More time when you're doing cross country, you're in your PE kit, short shorts,
Yeah.
you got a rugby top, you got beat up trainers, and you're running through cold, slushy mud marshes.
It is cold.
It's dead. I'm not trying to do it, bruv. Let me stay at the back with
Lungs on fire.
Fam!
Lips are just chapped. Nah, it's not great.
Me, original Nigeria boy, coming from the sun. You want me to be running in the cold? Leave it out, bro. Ah.
The flex is safe for me.
Yeah, I feel safe for you. My second off the board, I say football. Football is safe for me. Premier League, Champions League final. There's nothing for me. There's nothing like a Champions League final, especially when you're invested in it. Yeah. Champions League final is elite.
Come on,
Champions League final.
Even just the solidarity that it engenders among people, that when people come together to watch football, I can talk to anyone about football, fam. Me and a racist, yeah? For football?
Put it to the side, yeah.
You and your little chip in your shoulder, you can put it over
put it to
there.
the side.
Football's on.
That's why racists love black people, you know. When they start banging goals, oh mate.
Did you drop one?
That one. Bro.
It's mad.
But yeah, so football is the second one off the board. The day I knew football was powerful, you know the last World Cup, when England was playing Croatia, you see the solidarity in the pub. I went to the pub, yeah. Random white people who were doing Sweet Caroline, oh, good time. Listen, we were singing, fam, half time.
People that will
They will see me after the game, they will blow my head, fam. In the middle of the game, it was Sweet Caroline, fam. I'm telling you. Cool.
Yeah,
so for me, what's left on the board? Tennis and what was the last one I said?
Tennis. Wait, you said football, athletics, basketball, and tennis.
So for me, it's athletics and tennis left, and for you, it's basketball and tennis.
Yeah, basketball's next to me. Who gives a damn about tennis? I only know like what Andy Murray, flipping Nadal, Rafael Nadal, Serena.
If you didn't mention Serena's name, I was just gonna leave.
Serena.
I was just
But apart from that, like.
Can't lie, between tennis and athletics, it's tough for me. I can't lie, it's very, very tough. I'm a fan of both. I'm a fan. But the thing is, for me, tennis.
Will you not be bored watching tennis?
I I love tennis. When Wimbledon comes, I love it. I love tennis.
Tennis is aight.
I love tennis. I absolutely love tennis.
Basketball, I like. First off, not just anyone can play basketball.
Yeah, it takes skill.
To be an NBA player, not just anyone can play. Like the things these men do, you have to respect it.
But with any professional sport, not anyone can do it.
True. But basketball is different. You got to have a certain genetic.
True.
There's people that are 7'7".
That's just.
Me, I'm 6'2".
Legs just looking like hockey stick.
Yeah,
Just
nah. Basketball is a lot.
So for you, you're letting go of.
I'm letting go of tennis.
You're letting go of tennis?
Yeah, man.
Nah, I can't let go of tennis.
I can do about.
I
can do about
I think I'm letting go of athletics.
Wow.
I know.
You saying?
I know.
Tyson.
I'm sorry.
Hey.
I'm so sorry. I don't have an emotional investment into, apart from Usain Bolt and like a few of the like.
Even the diving. You remember the diving?
What diving?
The diving. You ever seen the diving? Athletics when they dive and then they enter the water. Plip. Like they do like 10 flips in the air before they reach the water.
Are you? In athletics?
Yeah. Olympics.
Joyce, did you hear that? He said there's diving in athletics.
No.
You're an idiot.
I'm talking about the Olympics.
I'm looking at your feet. I'm not editing this out. Just to think. Man said there's diving when they do the 10 flips in athletics. And you're even looking at me like I'm the idiot for not clocking what you're saying. You're done out here. You're done. Don't face the wall. You're done.
You know what?
You're done. I'm looking at him. I'm thinking, Tristan, you're not hearing this. Like, man's telling me, oh yeah, they're flipping. I'm thinking, diving in athletics. We're not cutting nothing. But yeah, for me, I'm more emotionally invested in tennis players. Yeah, Serena, Venus, Nadal, Djokovic, all them, man. I love them. Joe Wilfred Songa, them, man. I love them.
I don't know other people.
But yeah, anyway, before we leave, shout out Costa Future. If you've been thinking, rah, Mike, you wear this shirt so well. First of all, it's because I'm a kilte. Second of all, Costa Future, they blessed me with this shirt. I still pay for it though, because we're supporting black businesses over here, baby.
Come on.
Supporting black businesses, but yeah. Costa Future, check them out. I'm gonna put their app in the video. I should start putting it in the description. I haven't put it in the description for the people that listen to us as well. I should probably put it in.
You should most definitely put it in the description.
Alright, sorry Dad. This guy. But yeah, Costa Future, follow them on Instagram. They've got a website as well, check out their website. They do really lovely, they do masks as well, obviously COVID-19 and that. It's now, by law, you should wear a mask in public environments.
So get your mask from Costa Future.
Get a mask from Costa Future, get a t-shirt to do hoodies and all that
Solid
stuff.
material, fam.
Yeah, fam, it's quality. It's like,
Yeah,
feel it, fam. It's
yeah,
thick, fam.
Yeah, I see.
I've been sweating, you will know. It's been soaking it. But, yeah, it's been another live. And we are out.